Okay, no more progress. No more progress. Just right now, right here. No more progress. Yes. Yes. Okay, here we are. Here we are. Okay. Fantastic. What's happening? What's happening? Something. Okay. Now come back. Okay. I'm very sorry. Some kind of missing. Just a second.
テッシーさんが、
え、
お昼テッシーさんおられますかって。
あ、そう。はい、
おられますかテッシーさん。
いない。い
ない。
ない。はい。
いました。
Just a second, please. Just a second. Okay. Battery is running out right now, so kind of. Okay, all right. Okay. Betty san, how are you? Bryson-san, how are you? Everybody, every universe, how are you? So this is very important matter in order to realize who we are. When Shakyamuni Buddha just taught us what the truth is, what truth was in the Ryozen mountain. He just hold up the flower, something like that. So there are so many people who just listen to what the truth was. The only one person, named Makakashi, who just smiled. When the Shakyamuni Buddha hold the floor, something like this. Only the Makakashi just smiled. Then Shakyamuni Buddha told him, you realize who you are. You realize who you are. So I certificate you as a successor of Dharma. You see what it is. What it is. See, if you can just realize what Shakyamuni Buddha just they taught us, then you'll be able to completely satisfy with yourself. What it is? This is in a sense, this is this destination of our practice. What it is. If you can just realize what the Shakyamuni Buddha that taught us. What it is. Okay, this is our practice. This is our practice. So, what about today's text? Number. Okay. Number 53. 53. Non-doing, free from doing. So this translation was okay. What it says is, see, when I this every activity, every action, nothing concerned with what you are thinking about yourself. Nothing concerned when I hold this, something like this, is become what I did. This is ourselves. It's the truth of the universe. This is the truth of the universe. When I hold it, you just thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming back. And okay, this is so simple matter, but this is a tremendously important thing for us to realize who we are. See, only this. As Makakashi just smile. As Makakashi just smile. See, only this. And then he got the truth. Completely he got the truth. What truth is, who we are. Okay. That is a non-doing. So what are the again, was just teaching with number 53. You just have to know that it is useless while there is the depths and the way things are now. そこ閉めてくれ、そこからね。うるさい。it's hard to understand what it is says, but it's a very simple. See, whatever just happened. See, the things is as it is. See, when I face this, see, I just simply I just become this. That's it. See, when I face this, I just become dead. See, and the things I just other faced before completely disappeared. Only this and happy. See, and this. See, the things just come out one by one without any reason, without doing anything. See, very simple. You see, and also nothing left alone. Although any kind of things just come out, but the things coming out and disappearing without anything left. Without without anything left. But just as it is. This is such a wondrous, strange matter. But this is our truth. This is our thing. As I just mentioned, even so many things just come out. But coming to what you think about yourself, then we just simply just become whatever they are. See, then completely just separate from that. That's kind of seems to already, that kind of things just happening right now, and without anything left, but as it is. See, such a wondrous and marvelous things. Nothing left. Just as it is. So there is nothing concerned with the deep or shallow or good or bad. See, nothing concerned with it. Just as it is, simply as it is. Yeah. This is our true self. Nothing left. When I face this, simply I just become this. That's it. As I always mention about, there is nothing concerned with what you think about the self or the ego. In another word, see? When I face this, I simply just become this. There is no intervention. Nothing intervention, what you think about ego or the self. Simply no separation. No separation between this and this. See, then you recognize this. So that at the same, almost at the same time, this one and this one, and divided by thinking. Before you recognize this, there is no separation, no discretion between this and this. In other words, there is what you think about. There is nothing concerned with what you think about the self or ego. What you think about the ego or the self never enter between this and this. Never intervene between this and this. This is the truth. This is the truth of the universe. This is the truth of the right now, right here. Then you recognize this. Then what you think about self just come out. Then you just try to figure out what it is. You just do what it is. So many, the way of thinking or the thoughts just come out. Unfortunately, people not thinking or thought is true, but that is a totally misunderstanding. What the truth is, what truth is, no separation, no separation. See, nothing concerned with thinking or thought, nothing concerned with thinking, no separation. See? Oh. This is the most important thing. Never be deceived by thinking or thought. Thinking or thought is such a sensitive movement. So the people are completely deceived by thinking also. Right? That's the reason Shakyamuni Buddha or the patriarchs just recommend us to do zazen. See, the many times as I just mentioned. See, when you just sincerely just become a zazen, sincerely you do zazen. See, the more you do zazen, the more you just become what you are faced to. See. Then eventually, there is no separation. There is no separation between this and this. See? You never be able to distinguish which is which. Completely, you just become one. No different. No different level. This is our true self. This is our true self. Never be deceived by thinking. What so? So you just have to know. You just have to know that it is useless while there is the depth on the way things are now. See, things is just as it is. Nothing concerned with deep or shallow or the good or bad, like or dislike. Nothing concerned, just as it is. Nothing concerned with the concept. Nothing concerned with the thinking or thought. See, that's the thinking or thought just come out later. After recognition, after consciousness, after consciousness, just the thinking also just come later, before recognition, nothing happens. There is nothing at all. See? Nothing at all. See? Then you recognize this, the kind of this and kind of this just come out late after recognition. You see, never deceived by thinking also such a sensitive action, so that the people are totally deceived by thinking also. Unfortunate. Thinking and thought is another truth. The truth is a oneness. Truth is a oneness. There is no separation. There is no separation between and this and this. This is the truth. This is the truth of the universe. There's no separation. See? Then recognize it. The kind of the separation just come up. You recognize this. There is also at the same time, you recognize this. Before you recognize this, what you think about the self never exists. What you think about the ego never exists. This is a very important thing for us to have to realize. Because people are completely deceived by thinking ourselves. It's unfortunate. The only one chance, the only was within your life. You have to do it. Otherwise, you never have any more chance to realize who you are. Only this time, this occasion, you have to just completely just see through what's thinking or thought. Then you'll be able to just realize who you are. You are completely, we are completely deceived by thinking of thought. Okay. What is called the mind? Oh, it's okay. If you stop what you're doing now because you say it is no good, it is silly. See, it's a kind. See, but it's a very simple. So that's the reason you just release the thinking, release thinking or thought as then, as I just mentioned about, when you just release your thinking thought, the more you do, the more you just become this. See what you face right now. Then eventually there is no separation. This doesn't. See, if you really sincerely you just realize who you are. This doesn't you have to do. The Shakyamuni Buddha or the patriarchs just recommend us to do. This doesn't. The whatever just thinking also to come out in your mind. The thinking also just come out in your mind without any reason. So just like when you face this, the things just come out. When I just clap my hand, something like this, the sound come out in your ears. Same action, same movement. The simple just thinking also simply come out in your mind without any reason, just like a bubble in the river. Just come out without any reason. So why do I have to just care about the kind of thinking or so? See, if the thinking or so just come out in your mind with special reason, you have to just take care of it. But without reason, nonsense. It's independent. So just simply release. Release as there. This is enough. This is zazen. Oh. Okay. Still battery is at 10%. BT-san, Grace-san, congratulations. Still we have the time to talk to you. So it's just that it can be subtle about what you are now. See? Once you just realize this, you feel completely great ease, and you'll be able to satisfy with you present yourself. Once you just become this, once you just become what you are facing. See? So there is nothing concerned with what you're thinking about yourself. You can just realize it. See? Selflessness. Fortunately, selflessness is our true self. See? What you think about the self completely disappears. Completely disappears. So when what you think about the self completely disappears, what remains? What's the things? What's the matter? The remain is right now, right here. See? What you think about the self completely disappears. So there is something left. What's the something left is right now, right here. See? Exactly same right now, right here. What the people thinking about is because of the self, because what you think about the self exists, then the things just come up. See, this is totally misunderstood. Without self, the things just come up as it is. See, total, nothing different. See, whether you think about what you thinking about the self exists or not. See, reality, nothing concerned with what you think about the self. See, even you thinking about because what you think about the self exists, then things come up. Without the self, things come out exactly as it is right now. Nothing different. Without self or with self. Nothing concerned. Reality is nothing concerned. The reality is never the same without self or with self. It's no different at all. Just as it is. These things, you have to just realize. Otherwise, you always be confused by thinking and so. It's a totally useless. Simply just separate from or apart from thinking and so. You simply just accept what's going on here, without any question, without any trouble, without any suffering. Simply, as it is, just now, okay, no problem at all. Why? That's reason. That's reason. That's reason is the same. That's much doesn't. It's a very, very useful, marvelous. That's the reason I would like to just recommend you to do Zazen. See, Zazen is a very easy in a sense. See, but I just already mentioned about it. Only 1 meter square is 1 meter square is enough. See, and if you have a kind of cushion, round cushion, is put the cushion on the space, 1 meter square, and you sit. That's it. the most important things, as Zen Master Dogen, as Zen Master Dogen teaches us. See, what's the certain need? Whatever thinking or thought come out in your mind, simply release them as they are. See, here another word, what Dogen said, you should cease from the practice based on intellectual understanding and pursuits of the words and the letters. As I just mentioned, just release the thinking also as it is. That is enough. You see, our true self is nothing concerned with intellectual matter. Totally different. It's nothing concerned with intellectual matter. So if you try to just realize who we are by thinking or thought, or the concept, or intellectual matter, see, it's totally useless. See, simply just whatever just thinking or thought come out in your mind, simply release as there. This is enough. Okay, this is enough. So this is as see, Shakyamuni Buddha or Matrix recommend you to do. See, definitely you'll be able to encounter through yourself. Through yourself is entirely different from what you think about that self. Only these things we have to do. See? We have to do them. Then you will be able to satisfy with the presence of yourself without doing anything. Okay? Hi. It says, where is it? So it is not about what you're going to do yourself. See, what the people thinking about our action or activity or movement is concerned with thinking also. So what people want to do is before they just do something, before we do something, the people we are just thinking about what to do, just thinking about all of it. Although I don't deny the thinking about thoughts, but this is our activity, our movement, our action, nothing concerned with the thinking or thought. See, nothing concerned, totally different from thinking or thought. As I just mentioned, people are just totally concerned with the thinking of our movement, our activity, totally concerned with thinking of. That's a totally misunderstanding. We never just we never act. We have never acted any activity or any action by thinking or thought. Never. As Zen Master Dogen is teaching us, our activity, our movement is complete and universal. Nothing concerned with the thinking or thought. Nothing concerned with thinking and thought. Our activity or movement is complete, perfect, complete and universal activity. See, when I talk to you, this is just universal talk to universal talk to universal. Universe does talk to universe. This is the truth. This is nothing concerned with the human activity, human movement. The totally different, totally different scale. Our activity, our action is such a huge activity because of universal activity. Okay. If you just face it, it is there. It's a sound arise. If a sound arise, it is there. That's how this body and mind work. See, when I just clap my hand, see, you simply become this sound. Why do you have to be? When I clap my hand, you just simply become this sound. You see, without doing anything. Without doing anything. This is non-doing. No, non-doing. This is our true self. This is true ourselves. Without doing. See, when I feel this, I just become this. Or I just become this. And when I face this, I just become this. Without doing anything. Without doing anything. Without doing anything, is there is nothing concerned with what you think about yourself. What you think about yourself never enter. See, between sound and what you think about yourself. Never enter. Never exist. See, this is very important. You have to just realize. Okay, it's not something you did, but it's happened. See, without doing anything. See, without doing anything, simply as it is. Simply as it is. When I do that, simply you just become this. What I did. There is no separation. There is no person. See, even here is 100 or 1,000, more than that. See, when I clap my hand, see, everybody become this sound. So only one person exists right now. Only one person, not many. One. I never misunderstand. Only one. So it's not something you did, but it's happening. It is a state of non-doing. Nothing concerned. Every activity is nothing concerned with what you are think of the self, ego. See, ego never existed anyway. See, when you just recognize that, then kind of ego, the self, just come at that time. Before you recognize that, see, ego or what you think about self never exists. Never exists. You don't need to worry. You don't need to worry about the ego. It all never exists. So why do you have to? Why do you have to do something to just throw away ego? Because ego never exists before recognition. before recognition. Ego never exists. Okay, this is a very important thing. So you don't need to do anything. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to worry about the ego or the self at all. Very simple. So it's not something you did, but it's happening. Always without doing. Everything just happening. Oh, we just doing. Everything come up. Okay. It's a state of non-doing, free from doing. See, this activity, this state is totally free from everything. As I just already, mentioned about it before, our true self is everything is our true self. Everything is our true self, and our true self is completely separate from everything. Everything is ourself. Everything is ourself. But our true self is completely separate from everything. This is the base. What Jinen was saying. It is it's not something you did, but it happened. It is a state of non-doing, free from doing, free from everything. None of things bother us. None of us, none of things. Nothing bothers us at all. See? Because our truth is completely separate from everything. Nothing bothers us. Right? That's much our truth is completely peace, completely greatness. Great ease. There is no such thing as deep or shallow in the present state. See, that's as I just mentioned. Nothing concerned with our true self. Our true self is nothing concerned with the concept. Deep on the shallow, like or dislike, or good or bad. Nothing concerned. Just as it is. Just as it is. Oneness. You see? Oneness. Itself. Itself never just be able to just recognize what it is. Itself. Nothing. Itself never just need to recognize what it is. And also, it's impossible to recognize what it is because of itself, oneness. Because of oneness, it's a totally impossible to recognize what it is because of itself, oneness. There is no such thing as deep or shallow in the present state. It's just the way things are, whether they work deeply or shallowly. See, it says nothing, as I just mentioned. Every hour activity is nothing concerned with thinking or thought, nothing concerned with the concept. Just acting without what you think about the self, without thinking or thought. We're just moving. We are just moving. We are just acting right now. See, this is a true the activity or true action. See, nothing concerned with what you were thinking about yourself. See, this is a non-doing, non-doing. Such a complete and universal activity and the action we are right now doing. Very good, very good. However, because the working are so subtle, you have the habit of seeking if there is something and that seems noble, precious, and true somewhere. See, unfortunately, we are such a complete and universal. But people never be able to just ignore like this, unfortunately. So that what people just try to do, people just try to do is people just to seek for a kind of a noble precious. That's it. But it's a totally useless. This is such a complete and universal existence. Why you have to seek for any more things? This is completely and universal. Once you realize this one is a true answer. Once you realize this, you never be able to just seek for anything. You completely satisfied with this. You don't need to gain. You don't need to seek anything. This is nothing to gain, nothing to seek. This one too. You can just totally satisfy with this. You don't need any emotions. People say such social status as the benefit. Whatever people are totally just seeking. We don't need to do anything. So this one, only this one, and you just satisfied, completely satisfied. Right? So the Shakyamuni Buddha patriots just recommend us to do that. Then you'll be able to just realize, oh yes, what Shakyamuni Buddha realized. See, our true self is totally different from what you think about yourself. Okay. Yeah. This is what the ancient patriarch. This is what the patriarchs, what Shakyamuni Buddha also threw to the battle and showed us. See? This is this what you have. This what you have. This one is as Zen Master Dogen mentioned the teachers. See? This way is the complete and the universe. Then then that things they just realize. Shakyamuni Buddha and Patrick just realize and then teach us. You have to realize what it is, what it is. If you can realize this, see, you will be able to just completely satisfy this, completely satisfy to present yourself. There is no such thing to take a long way. Precise moment, right now, we certainly are the ones who as the Bodhidharma mentioned about, see, we are completely able to be aware of what we are doing right now. So, without awareness, without being able to awareness, we are just acting, we are just moving. See? Without self, without ego, we are just acting, moving right now. Once you have to just realize this. So without being able to awareness, we're doing nothing problem at all. Nothing problem at all. What people think about the problem or suffering never just come up. Because without awareness, we're just simply just moving right now. Any movement, every movement, every activity, see, every activity acting is just simply doing, simply happening without self. Without self. That's really no problem at all. This is the most important thing for us. Okay, maybe where is it? Take a time. For time. Okay. When you stop chasing, see, what is stop chasing is just you just stop the chasing the thinking or thought. See, when you stop to chasing the thinking or thought, that is, see, that is as you feel. When you stop chasing thinking or thought, so you simply just that is as it is. It is so concrete that you can't ask for anything else. There is no doubt. There is no doubt question at all. Doubt or question never comes. See, as it is, because as it is. See? What the reason this question will come out is very simple. There is a certain separation between this and this. If the separation completely disappears, completely gone away, there is no doubt, no question, as it is. That's how you are now. This is true ourself. This is our true self. This is true ourselves. Nothing concerned with what you are thinking about yourself. That's the reason why don't you try to do it? So you can simply accept what the Shakyamuni Buddha just teach us. Okay. 100名Buddha's that's teaching is a complete. You'll be able to just accept it. That is the answer. Hi. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, every universe. See you next time. Maybe that's the last one. Thank you so much. Hi.